Hello, YouTube. Chris with Kerbal Space Program. This is the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot series. It is a completely abstract attempt at making flying machines, as you can see. Really not too much normal about what I'm doing here. I know you're probably thinking that it's not going to work, but it does work uh, for a little bit, and there are some fantastic effects that happen when this thing breaks. I can actually fly it like a bird for a little while, flapping the wings. It's insane. But yeah, just as you would think, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What the fudge was I thinking? All right, so we're taking off with this beast, and I know those outboard engines are actually facing kind of towards the center. So I don't know what mechanic makes this work or makes this even happen. Um, I actually go on for a little while doing this, flapping it like a bird, and it works until I lose that elevator, and then it kind of stops doing what it was doing. It still glides for a little bit, but that was it. I was kind of laughing to myself when I was flapping the wings and it was still flying. So I do many more attempts because I just liked the surprise of what was going to happen with this airframe. It wants to glide, so that's cool. If it glides, that means I can fly it, right? Probably not. There's a couple other uh, odd things that happen. I do eventually get this thing in the air and it flies. You just gotta be patient. I had to do a lot of strengthening of the undercarriage. All those cross members, I had to tie them together with lots of struts because it was just flexing so much that it was, putting too much stress on the joints. That's where it starts to take too much stress down below with those cross members because they're not really connected to anything. They're just using their own connections. There's no struts on them, and I start adding struts as I go on, and it seems to work a little bit better. If I let it get more airspeed, it will take off. It's just if I put too much stress trying to lift up before the airspeed gets high enough, then it'll break everything underneath. But this flight test actually it actually flew for a little while. I think I ran out of fuel if I remember correctly, but I put a bunch of struts underneath, a bunch of struts on top, and a bunch of other connecting struts. And I thought it was gonna flip over on me, but it didn't. I think that canard wing in the front actually kept it from doing that. But you can see the flex in it. Um, Even with all those struts, it still wants to flex. Did a little barrel roll. and I started turning with it, and it seemed to work. So it does fly. I don't know how or why, but everything in physics says it should fall apart anyway, or not even fly. Yeah, still not strong enough underneath. When you get the airflow going over the wings, it just wants to flex so much. Those wings are huge and they're heavy, and the frame itself is lightweight. So I think that's one of the problems. But I'll be testing out other abstract designs and throwing them up on YouTube. I do try to do a couple more flights, but I just couldn't get that same success, I guess, for lack of a better term, of the last flight.